Oh my goodness, we love that story. Well, I got to show you some amazing views tonight. Look at this sky out of Lake Hartwell, what it looked like as the sun was going down after all of those storms. Sometimes we have the most beautiful sunsets, and that is certainly one of them out there. You probably saw something similar in your backyard, unless maybe you had a thunderstorm over you at the time when we were having that sun go down. It was absolutely beautiful. Plus, I've got another picture to show you. We got a lot of these rainbow shots. Some of them were more glaring than others, but this one is a very subtle one, but very pretty. Sent in from Courtney. This was out of Reedville, but still really, really pretty. And we had a lot of kind of strange looking clouds tonight because of how turbulent the atmosphere was with all those storms moving through. Thankfully, it's all beginning to settle down. We'll just have to do it all over again tomorrow, unfortunately. The backyards are getting some good rain, though, especially in spots like Lawrence County, where it just rained heavily. Greenwood, Abbeville County, Pickens, you had some heavy rain tonight, too. Light rain now in Newberry County. What was a thunderstorm has really fallen apart. And then we've had a few rumbles of thunder still just south of Abbeville and south of Elbert County. But at this point, they're really struggling to make much northern progress. The air to the north is a little more stable, so we're not seeing these storms really blossom in intensity. In fact, they'll be falling apart, but some rain continues in the southern part of the upstate. So let's take a look at future track as we go hour by hour into Friday. The morning looks dry. Afternoon will bring a few pop-up storms in the mountains. Upstate, couple showers, couple storms possible too. They won't be everywhere. But keep in mind that some of these may linger into the late evening hours. So look at this, 9 p.m. Some heavy downpours around Pickens County. Doesn't necessarily mean to be exactly there, but in the vicinity, we're going to see some heavy rain. But again, some spots will be completely dry, and then it'll fade out into the overnight. We're going to do it all over again on Saturday, as we'll have scattered storms developing in the mountains, as well as the upstate as we head toward mid-afternoon, and some of that could linger into your evening. So classic summer weather for you. And you know what? Temperatures will be right around normal for this time of year. Not changing a whole lot, in fact, over the next several days. Upper 80s on the way through this weekend. Early next week, we may see a 90 or two, but in general, we're not going to see any intense heat, just what you would expect for August. 72 tonight, though, and partly cloudy. Temperatures are going to basically stay about where they are now all night long because we cooled down with that rain down to the dew point value, which just can't get any cooler than that. So now we're just going to be sitting in the 60s across western North Carolina. In your hometown highs for tomorrow, I mentioned we're going to be in the upper 80s to around 90. 88, 89 for Greer, 90 in Gaffney. As we head over toward Belton, 90 degrees expected for you, and same for Seneca, 89 in Liberty. And up in western North Carolina, low 80s around Waynesville, 84 for Spruce Pine. And then jumping ahead to Saturday, we're going to be in very similar temperature territory, 83 in the mountains, around 90 in the upstate. And we will have those afternoon storms to watch out for. So if you're hitting the lake, just make sure that if you hear that thunder, you get the boat in the dock. It's not something to mess with for sure. But the good news is that it won't be completely widespread activity, and it's going to hold off until a little bit later in the day. So shouldn't be a big problem for you until about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Those scattered storms continue as we head into the rest of the week and into the next week after this weekend. So we really can't get rid of them. There is a chance we could have a front moving through late next week that could help clear things up and also cool things down. But let's get to your riding forecast. It's sponsored by Harley-Davidson of Greenville. Hot and humid will be the rule in the upstate with scattered afternoon storms. The best time to take a ride would be in the morning. The afternoon, just keep your eye to the sky. Don't want to be on those wet roads if you don't have to be. Low 80s expected in western North Carolina. So typical temperatures and those afternoon storms that we just kind of get used to in August. The morning news is where you'll want to check in tomorrow morning for the latest hour by hour forecast on those storms.